Hey everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I am going to do a flip through of Beowulf grammar. So this is the student book and this is the teacher manual. I did print it only one-sided, so that's why it's super thick. If you were to put it back to back, it would obviously be half of that. But my printer doesn't do that automatically. You have to do it manually and it's a pain. So because I've got an eco tank, it's just easier to just print it one-sided. So we'll have a look through the teacher's manual first. I haven't gone through it yet at all, I've just printed. So we'll go through it together and see what's inside. Okay, so there's quite a lot of introduction pages. This is recommended in her Beowulf language arts program as an essential. So there's lots of introduction to her and, you know, her philosophy and everything else, which I always really enjoy going through and reading. So it's a 33-week schedule. It lays out an idea, but it does say it's optional. Also in the Beowulf language arts, you also get a schedule for the language arts components, and one of them is Beowulf grammar. So if you are just buying this alone, then you'll have the schedule here. But if you are purchasing Beowulf language arts as well, then you'll have the schedule here and also in your language arts schedule too. So it's got a day 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then each day it's got a workbook activity, review sheets, and then pages in the teacher guide for you. I'm going to bind this, I just haven't done it yet. You know, the cat hair. It's getting warm, so she's starting to shed. So let's have a look through the schedule. So verbs, making verbs and sentences, adjectives up there, predicates, prepositions. So this is from grade 2 to 6, so you can use it with students in the grade 2 to 6 area. Okay, so the first 4 pages introduce Beowulf the dog and the definition of grammar. Then we've got some optional additional activities with a printable, so we can write a story about how Beowulf learned to read. There's something on here as well, a link that you can click on obviously on your download. And then she also mentions English from the roots up, which is something that's actually scheduled in the language arts curriculum as well. Okay, so then we've got copies of what the student pages will look like. So that's always fun, so you can have a look through ahead of time. And there's the actual printable that you can use for how Beowulf learned to read. So we've got a picture study here, paint a picture with words. So you can paint pictures using words. So we're going to practice all our different parts of speech, which I really like. Oh, I love all the images she's used. And then this is an activity. Beowulf painted a small story with words as he imagined he was the person in the painting. Let's read what he wrote. That's going to be really fun. I love the fact it's themed on dogs. My daughter's going to really enjoy that. And then it's their turn, so there's a printable here about painting a picture with words. So it seems like there are several pages of what they get in their student notebook, and then also some additional printables, which I'm curious to see if these match what's in her workbook. In a second I'll have a look, or whether these are in addition. So again, we've got the carbon copy of her pages, page 5 to 6, and then some information about what we're going to do. So that seems what it's like for the rest of it. I'm going to bind it, as I said, I just haven't done it yet because I've only just printed it. And I wanted to go through this together. Oh, we've got something else at the back. What's this? Oh, this is a game. So in your teacher's guide, there's a game, a verb and adverb charades game. That'll be fun. And then we've got some more pages. So basically it looks like it corresponds to what you get in the student book. But we'll find out in a second because we're going to look through with pictures of what they'll be doing, and then some extra information for you, and then also a few printables, additional printables, and some games in there. There's a game in there. Right, okay, so that's the teacher's guide. I really like it. I like how it's laid out. It looks really crisp and clear to me. So it should make scheduling and easily and following it really easy even. It should be easily done because they're all laid out for you. So I like that. I adore the cover. So finally here's a grammar program that's actually fun. Look at Beowulf pulling the sentence diagramming. I just love it. So comics, games, activities, diagramming and more. So that's the teacher's manual. Okay, so I put my daughter's student pages into a binder, and then I will just pull out the relevant pages for her and put them into our workbox folder, which goes in our workbox for the week. So let's get to, okay, so we've got a table of contents in the student book. So we're covering nouns. Well, we're meeting everybody first. So Abigail, Henry, Grace, and Beowulf. We've got nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, parts of a sentence, introduction to diagramming, prepositions, interjections, conjunctions, direct and indirect objects, predicate, adjectives, predicate, nominative and object complements, preposition phrases as adjectives and adverbs. Wow, we've got an awful lot. Punctuating speech, run-on sentences. So yes, that looks really in-depth. There are also weekly review pages, some help sheets, and a diagramming reference as well in the appendix. So it looks like we've got the same intro here. Okay, and then here are all the people in our story. Beowulf was actually the author's real dog during her childhood. Oh, I love it. So this was what I saw when I first saw this program on Pinterest, was the picture of a dog in a box, and they were trying to work out prepositions with him. And as soon as I saw that, I had to click on it and see what it was talking about, and that's how this whole thing started, with us doing Beowulf, language arts and grammar. Okay, so we've got a little bit of comic book style here. Love it. And this is what I saw with the box. So that activity, someone had screenshot or took a picture of the page with the box. So that one of the first things you do is make Beowulf's box, his little bed, to practice your prepositions with. It looks super fun. So copy the parts of speech. Some little posters that you can use. 8 parts of speech. And there's a nouns game activity at the bottom. More comic book style. So glue here, cut that. My daughter will enjoy those. No, I love it. I love the way it's presented. It just looks so open and free in terms of spacing and everything else. It really matters, especially if you are quite visual. How things are laid out. There's a noun treasure hunt. I love it. Look at him with his little tie. When you want to write the plural, you usually add an S. So we're talking about bones, treats, sausages, and cats. I just love how she's made it so fun and connected it back to Beowulf himself. And then you've got what's this one? A colour plurals that are spelled correctly. Crosswords. So many fun things. There's a review sheet, another one. Shadows come to see the imposter dog. Is that Beowulf? I love it. Okay, let's just have a skip through. So this one is about possessive apostrophes, and we're looking at the dog's bone. Oh, that looks really fun. So we're diagramming there, and he's tugging away to show where every part of speech goes in the diagram. We've got a mix and match, comic book style reading. It looks fantastic. I'm really impressed. Flashcards, some copywork there. What's this? Preposition bingo game. Okay, so I definitely need to do a bit of laminating, but that's fine. I love getting my laminator out. That was the copywork from earlier. Let's skip a bit more. I love the little comics that go with it. Noun clauses, whoever and whomever. Then you've got some review, quotation marks. Oh, and then we've got a bunch of review sheets at the back. Infinitives. So these are all your review ones, I guess, because they're all numbered. So week 16, week 17, and they'll be on the schedule as to when you do those. There's your diagram reference. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I really am impressed, but I'll let you know, obviously, my opinion once we started using it. This is for September, so I won't be able to give you an opinion straight away, but I'll definitely keep you updated and let you know how we're enjoying it. But on first impressions, it looks great, but obviously proof is in the actual trying of it. But I'm looking at it and thinking she's going to really enjoy it. So we shall see, but it looks great to me. So I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, take care and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.